The door used to open in. To save space, they reversed the swing and now it opens out. But they've replaced the door several times, and here's why. This is an old jamb. This is a 3.5 inch jamb, and a 1 3/8 inch door will fit just fine right here. But there's not enough jamb for it to fit out here. So even though they tried to put the hinges on there, and it works sort of, it simply cannot close. See, it sticks out past the stucco, way past the stucco. And there's the roof line, and so they're going to get water down here on top of any door they put in, and it will eventually destroy the door. This is an example of when you'd want to get a pre-hung door, and I would special order a pre-hung door to the right size with a 3.5 inch jamb. You could even go with a 4.5 inch jamb and put casing on the outside or inside. He doesn't want to do that. They just remodeled the place. They want to get tenants in, and they don't want to bust out all this plaster. And he needs it done right now. So what I'm going to do is very unconventional, and normally I would never do this. Since they want this door to swing out, we need to create more space here, so we have to get rid of this stop. With an exterior jamb, the jamb and the stop are one piece, so you can't just pull this off like you could with an interior jamb. So what I'm going to have to do is make a series of saw cuts and then chisel this thing off. And it's going to look really rough, but it can be sanded. I might even plane it a little. And then I have new stop that I'll install over here so that the door will have enough room to close properly. And I'll reposition the hinge so we don't have to use this awful spot. So it's a lot of work, it's tedious, it's messy, but that's one way to do it if you don't want to buy a pre-hung door. If this was an interior door, it'd be much simpler because interior stop is usually added afterwards and you can just pry this off. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, that's ready to go, and that took all of about 20 minutes. And I didn't even need to cut the stop. I just put the chisel in there and hit it, and it chipped out. It was pretty rough, but then I ran my planer over it and gave it a light sanding. And you might think that looks pretty bad, but patch and paint will make that look fine. Now we have a nice clean jamb, and all we need to do now is install the door following the principles that I outlined in the video of how to install a door where there wasn't one before, because basically that's what we're doing here. So whenever you have a jamb and there's no stop on it, you hang the door just like you would any door, get it working, and then you put the stop on at the end. So when we have our stop on, this isn't going to look nearly as bad, but like I said, little patch and paint, this will look fantastic. And look at that, we got the new door in. Unfortunately, due to the lighting, you can't really see the difference. You get in there. I've got the door pushed back that way, so it can actually close properly, and there's a little bit of lip around there. See that? Before the door was way out here, and that's why it was sticking out on top. Now it actually has some protection on the stucco from the stucco up there, and you can see with the new stop in there, that doesn't look bad at all. It's pretty smooth, a little bit of patch and paint, and that'll look fine. And the top looks great. It shuts so nice and works perfectly. That looks great once that's patched and painted. It'll look fantastic, and now they got a new door and everyone's happy.